All right, happy Groundhog's Day, woodchuck chuckers. One of several celebrations related to weather here on February 2nd, also known as Cross Quarter Day, roughly right in between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. And on this day is when Punxsutawney Phil, of course, saw his shadow day, indicating that we will have 6 more weeks of winter. And kind of interesting where this all originated here. Go back to the old world in Europe, and folks thought that bears came out of hibernation right around this time of year and would check the weather. If it was warm, they'd leave their den and head on out. If not, they'd go back in and sleep the more six cold weeks out. When the German immigrants came to America and the New World, there was no bears over there, so they adopted the hedgehog as the new mascot for this. So it was often done in private, but it was in 1887 when the first public one began. It was the editor of the Punxsutawney newspaper that brought his hedgehog out at Gobbler's Knob and said he's got the correct predictions. He's seen his shadow 102 times, not seen his shadow on 17 occasions since 1887, and I think there's a handful in there where they weren't reported because the math just does not work out. Groundhog.org, Punxsutawney Phil's official website, it claims that he's official, of course, he's correct 100% of the time. NOAA, on the other hand, claims no predictive skill. AccuWeather did a little study, and they found that Phil has about 80% accuracy with his predictions. Well, it was certainly feeling like spring around here today. 44 degrees, our high temperature, pretty mild out there today. This high temperature right on average for this time of year. Where do we get that average? Well, sometimes it's 53, sometimes it's 33, but temperatures have been at least our average or above since we've been coming out of the storm system. All right, we take a look at it out in the Pacific Ocean. A storm system really barreling into the Pacific Northwest, and we're just on the southern end of this with these high clouds moving in. We'll continue with high clouds throughout the overnight tonight, which will mean some mild early morning temperatures, and into the first half of tomorrow before I think these clouds start to clear out and we see a sunny day. All this storm track coming in off the Pacific is going to stay well to the north of us here in Arizona through the coming weekend. A weak little disturbance possibly as we get into Monday. Okay, currently outside 39 degrees, partly cloudy skies with these cirrus clouds streaming in, and the humidity at 56%. A little breezy out there with the winds today out of the southwest. When we have these clouds, they make for a warmer night than we otherwise would. On a clear night, the earth loses its heat. It's lost the space. When we have these clouds in here, they insulate us. The heat leaves the earth, and then it gets re-radiated back down to the surface. Remember, this morning we were at 20. Before we had the cloud cover, our early morning lows were in the teens. Tonight, we're forecasting 22 degrees for an early morning low. Tomorrow, I think we see AM cloud covers. Clouds clear to the east as we make our way through the day, and blue skies prevail as we get into the afternoon hours. 49 here in Flagstaff, 61 Sedona, 60 Prescott, 60 Payson, 61 Sedona. The extended forecast, very mild, right around 50 degrees for us here all the way through the weekend. Periodic clouds, but I think mostly sunny. And we might even see a little bit of light rain sprinkles around here, I think, in the early morning hours on Monday, possible as this weak storm system moves through. We won't see any snow, certainly in town or anywhere in the highest mountain peaks. It's a very weak storm, and then we're right back at it with some warm temperatures all the way through the week.